Welcome to Somewhat Awesome Games. Good looking people, my name is Rob. We are playing Gears 5. And I'm going to teach you how to build a pretty good map in escape mode. So escape mode, you've got these, right? First thing you need is a start. You can pick between ventilation and mining style of map types. But you need a start. You've got quite a big area. But what the game doesn't do, it doesn't really teach you. Those of you who don't like to read, it doesn't teach. So you can place all kinds of tiles. So we've got a start tile, we need an end tile, we need an escape and exit that all our characters will get to and escape to. If they reach it, they win. Now you see on the top right, we have a chapter 1 budget. So it's kind of similar to, I'm gonna say Disney Infinity, which might confuse you. But you've got a budget. So it's basically like what the game can maintain before it has to, I'm guessing load, like you've got these checkpoints that you can add in, then you have to load, and that way it hides. You can't just have a big, long, runnable course. What we're gonna use here are these nests. So if you're looking to spawn in a wave-based type of enemies, which I like to do at the end, because at the end, when you escape, you open these big doors and they start closing as you escape, and nothing happens. It's very boring. So tuck a couple of these on either side of your exit or near your exit, and I'll play one down at the start as well. So we'll work our way through from the start now. So I'm gonna add a little corner here, a little curve. So there's a whole bunch of different pieces you can get. And as you play through, you'll learn the pieces you like and stuff, but I'm just gonna teach you the 3 main ones. So you've got your start, you've got your exit, then you've got your, actually we'll go 4. We'll go nest and the checkpoint room. So down here, I wanna put another little nest one and then show you how this works. So the nest is you pick what enemies will spew out of this nest, and then you pick what triggers it to happen. And you can pick pretty much anywhere for it to trigger. So we'll tuck this here. It's just a dead end, it's a nothing room. Then we go over to enemies and we say, all right, I want a couple of juvies pop out of here. You can change their aggressive or defensiveness, and that's it. So you pick them and then you go X and then say, I want, as soon as someone enters this room, the juvies to pop out. So with our trigger up the top, we'll set it so like when someone enters the exit, they'll pop out. And we're gonna chain along here. We'll also add ammo and weapons, because you start with your character's gun, but you might not have weapons and ammo. So if you're like, yeah, I'm gonna pump in a bunch of enemies at the start, make sure you give your characters something to actually fight them against, because they might lose pretty quick, and that's not very fun. Now we're gonna go and add a little patch here. So we could link this up. We could probably link this up. I wanna add a checkpoint. So we want these safe rooms, which act as chapter gaps. So we're in chapter 1. So if we add a safe room, like I said, I think it's like a hidden loading screen, so you can load in a bigger, better, new area. So we're gonna duck this over here. We're just gonna shift everything over a little bit like this, rotate this one down. So there you go. So our chapter 1 is the green section there. Chapter 2 will be this blue section, and then we can continue it on, and we'll make it link up with our exit. So it's not a huge level, it's just nice, simple level. You can push your budget constraints to like maximum dollar value if you want. We're just gonna link that there, and then we'll put another one in between here. Do we have anything unique? What's different? What about this one? Put that one there, just like that. So now we've got chapter 1 and chapter 2, and then we can put enemies in here. As I said, we'll set like 10 of the swarm soldiers in here. So this will be our escape enemies. So when people enter the escape zone, these guys will come out. So you're safe until you try to escape. So it just gives like some kind of a threat when you're leaving. Otherwise, like I said, it's very boring to just be sitting there watching the doors close, and it's kind of like something should be happening. Nothing's happening. I think you gotta see that a lot. At launch, if you play people's escape rooms, you're gonna be seeing that quite a bit. You're gonna be getting to the exit and being like, is that it? Is something coming for me? No? No, nothing? Okay. So we changed up our Grenadier to be a defensive character there. So he's gonna defend his little area. So we've linked that up to there. We've set that up to the exit, and ta-da! Now we need to place some weapons and items and stuff. So in this one, we go to our pickups. We're gonna add a couple of lances. So you're gonna start with your character's base gun. So I will probably play as Sarah Connor. She starts with a Boltok. which is alright. It's powerful. It's good. But I want to get some lances going. Drop in some ammo, because the lances don't have a lot of ammo to kick off with. We're dropping some things here. So we know when we come through this hallway, there's going to be some juvies popping out when we get down to the single square space. We'll also add in some soldiers to the slightly bigger room to the side. So chapter 1 is going to be pretty simple, pretty basic, pretty non-threatening. As we pick out what weapons we want. Some frags, probably won't need these. And what about an enforcer? As you play through the campaign, enforcers are everywhere. So everyone will have a good time using enforcers. Like I said, we'll put some big enemies in here. We'll go with a couple of soldiers and maybe a couple of juvies. Just like that. And some snipers. It's a biggish area. It's 2 squares. Safe room. We'll dump in some ammo and weapons in the safe room. Just in case, for whatever reason, you use it all up on the few enemies earlier. We've got these stim packs, so these are health, so these will give you a bit of stim. Probably not very useful in the safe room. But got some ammo, but we'll add one anyway. We'll add a stim pack anyway, just like that. We can add some more lances or something, or maybe a Nasher. Yeah, we'll go with Nasher. And an enforcer. And I guess a lancer. Why not? So these will be just chucked in. So when I was reading Map Maker, I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. We'll get to place like barriers and weapons in exact locations, sneaky secrets. Not quite. It was I'll admit, I was mildly disappointed at my original imagination of what the Map Maker would be. But this is alright. This is kind of like almost like a D&D type thing. You get your grid base, you just build it up and go to town, make the craziest things, link chapters together, give people a great challenge. But of course, in Mario Maker sense, you have to be able to beat this first. So we've dumped in our enemies. I think we've made a pretty decent looking tutorial map. This will teach you how to do it. So we've got our start, we've got our spawners, we've got our safe room, very nice safe room, more spawners, and we've got our exit. So you see these guys will spawn in when we come into that area, and then the guys on the left side will spawn in when we go into the helipad escape area. So now we've got to play and publish. You can name what you want, you can add some tags, description, and we're going to play it before we can actually let other people play it. Here is what we got. So we've got a few characters here that we can pick from. I'm going to play Sarah Connor because I find that just the craziest thing. It's so weird. Not that, like, you know, Terminator is what? It's Terminator 1, Terminator 2, and then there's a bunch of other crap. So we're going to play as Sarah Connor. Maybe Dark Fate will be decent. If not, hey, you get players like Linda Hamilton for some reason in a Gears of War game. I find that ridiculous. So I'm not going to cover the character stuff. If you want to see that, let me know. But I'm sure someone else has dumped out all the character skins and whatnot. And then we get this beautiful cutscene. Now we have to beat Rebel 181's map. This map, I'll make a new one so you can download that. A bigger, better, greater map. I'll put it in the description and stuff closer to launch. So if you want to play my good map, check that out. But for now, myself and Mel, air quotes Mel, who's actually not Mel, is Jake, my buddy Jake, is taking over player 2. Now we made one mistake. We accidentally left it in beginner. We didn't change the difficulty. So we're playing in beginner. So this should be a piece of cake. This should be very easy. So we've got our lances here. If we die, wouldn't that be terrible? I think so. I think that would be shocking. So we have ultimates as well. So you can see down in the middle there, down the bottom in the middle, that is Sarah Connor's ultimate, which is like a knife thingy. She's a tank. She's a tank class character. She's all about taking hits and beating down enemies. So here's our juvie spawner, as I said. So we entered this little one square space. The juvies popped out. Then in the next hallway, we've got those couple of juvies. We've got the 2 snipers. And then we've got how many of the soldiers do we put? Oh, you know what? I gotta get my active reload on. Pay attention, right, man? Pay attention. So you can see the long shots there. Like I said, these guys are in beginner, so this is not going to be a challenge. You want somebody? You want some? How's that face of yours? How's that face, man?
That's right.
Yeah, now I'm on point. Now I'm on point. You serious, dude? Oh, you got him. Kick him in the face. Oh! You want some, man? You want some? I'm gonna kick you too. No, I'm gonna murder you. Execution style. So your characters have all kinds of upgrades and stuff. So Sarah Connor right now is level 1 because there are no online servers as of yet. You can kind of get a private lobby thing going on at the moment, kind of like we got our squad going on in this unpublished map, which won't be published. We'll make it a fresh one, a new one, a better, bigger, greater, more challenging one that also won't be in beginner. So, like I said, as you play through these, you'll get to find out what kind of little places you're placing. You'll get a little picture that shows them off, but it's not till you really place them that you go, oh, I kind of like that. Oh, I don't really like that. Unlike Mario Maker, which I know is like apples and oranges. Mario Maker is like 2D, simple, very quick to get into a game, very quick to get out. You want to test it straight away, you can. This one, it takes a little bit more time to be like, do I like this? 20 minutes later, no, I do not. Let me change that one room that I did not like. So now we're going into our safe room. So like I said, this is like the loading checkpoint. We're safe in here for a little bit of time. No enemies can get us in here. The gas that I should mention that we're running from, can't get us in here for a bit. So you can see our timer is paused, 144, pause. We might create speed runs of this kind of thing. Someone makes a great level, you speed run through it, harder difficulty, easy. Be like, oh, look at me, I got through your level in 20 seconds. Which you probably could. If you sprint through this, maybe you probably could. So now the safe room is not safe, and we have to leave, and we progress through. But now we're in the new zone, the Chapter 2 zone. And that's where, like I said, I reckon what's going on is Chapter 1 loads in, get to the safe room, it unloads Chapter 1, so that way it can put more memory and stuff into loading, creating Chapter 2. Because if you just strung together some gigantic, full-spaced room to room to room to room to room, maybe your Xbox will crash and it can't really handle it. So the safe rooms are smart. The safe rooms are sneaky loading screens and a place to chill out, unwind. If you're playing a map where someone's gone bananas with enemies. So on our right, we'll get things spawning out of here. We know this. On our left, where the 10 guys will be, won't spawn until we reach the exit. So the exit, I recommend doing that. Adding enemies somewhere near the exit that will spawn out. Otherwise, as you'll see, and I'll explain in a second, it's weird to like not have enemies coming. So that's our spawn room on the side there. So once we go past those big doors, it's spawn time. I think we dumped in 10 soldiers, which isn't, it's beginner, so it's really gonna be nothing. It's not a threat. So we go in here, boom, we're in the zone. So now we're gonna close the door, and our enemies will start spewing out. Look at that. So on harder difficulties, this will be way more exciting. On beginner, not so much. But do this. Otherwise, for the next 20 to 30 seconds or whatever, your players will be sitting here going, come on, door, close. Come on, close, door. God damn it, there's nothing left. Close. So it only ends when those doors are closed. But that's it. That's the map maker. That's pretty much all the essentials you need to know. Is placing a start place, placing an exit, using safe rooms to create new chapters, and the spawner to create waves of enemies to surprise people. Tuck them on the side of rooms. Some of the rooms have more exits, some of them have fewer exits, some of them are dead ends, so you can really create a maze. Because the whole goal of this is to try and get the player not to escape easily from the gas that is pursuing them and the enemies that are ahead of them. So when this comes out, I'll create a map for you guys to play and get escaping.